yeah. Um, hold on. Let's check in. Second time going live today. Boom, two. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm Rob. I'm John Brown's cousin, blood relative. I'm an ordained reverend, uh, orphan, former homeless, former addict, always in recovery. Aren't we as humans constantly in recovery? Always something. I'm glad to have dark times calls for community measures. And that's what we're seeing in Minnesota. I can't believe if you have not seen any of the protest footage, the general strike in Minnesota, Minneapolis. It's incredible. It's powerful. It's inspiring. It's humanity at its greatest. It's well organized. It's a beautiful thing. And I want to show you some screenshots because subscribe where I can make some real money and we could do this on a computer and I can pull stuff up. We're still working off the old phone, but until that day, listen, if you want to support the channel, I don't take any corporate money. No billionaires money ain't good here. The only thing I want billionaires money to use for is Americans' healthcare. Let's redistribute all of Elon Musk's wealth. It's going to happen soon. You know, he's going to go to prison and we're going to confiscate all his assets and redistribute that to the communities most affected. And then the other trillion left over, we'll give everybody health care. So I'm supported by viewers like you. Remember PBS used to say that? God rest in PBS. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Spirit of the Santo. Catch bass, be happy. Oh, why don't you go catch a bass with your best friend Epstein, and I'm gonna shut you up. Shut the fuck up. If you're anti-working class, this ain't for you. If you are a self-loathing, working class, bootlicking, elitist lover, Epstein class defender, PDF file protector, this live stream ain't for you, okay? It's just not. You're brain rotted. You got maggot in the brain. MAGATS. Maggot in the brain. And see yourself out. But for the rest of you who love community, who want to build something beautiful, who want to see the bright new dawn of a new day without billionaires, without trillionaires. I can't believe we're going to have a trillionaire, you know, and people aren't breaking out the pitchforks. But look to Minnesota. Minnesota is showing you how it's done. The first revolution began here in Boston. Lexington conquered, whites of their eyes, Battle of Bunker Hill, Battle of Bunker Hill. And the second revolution's begun out in Minnesota. And those people are showing up and showing out. Let me tell you, -9 degrees. I was watching Hassan, and he was out in the mix. And that boy is from SoCal, so his blood hasn't thickened up. Here in New England, we're about to touch -1, -3, -9 this weekend. A couple feet of snow, you know, but our blood is thickened up for the weather, so we tolerate it. I don't know how, but we do tolerate it. An old Cali boy, Hassan, went out to Minnesota, solidarity with him, good on him, and stood out and marched like a mile in -9, which I gotta imagine if the wind's even blowing like enough that, you know, a mouse could have farted. If the wind is blowing that passionately, that -9 turns to like -20 real quick. And you lose digits. You lose digits out in that, you know? So good on everybody. I'm going to show you some stuff. But before that, did you guys see the Dropkick Murphys getting some free promotional stuff with the former cop J6 trial, whatever the fuck's going on. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm in Michigan. Michigan, you gotta have thick blood to be up there. You got to. You can't not, you know. but this Michael Fanone, or whatever his name is, he was one of the security cops on January 6th defending the Capitol. And then you got them Nazi punk ass Republicans and their conspiracy theorist cultists, you know, that are trying to show up. And it was good to see, if you ain't seen this images. Yep, if be here since 65. Like your beard. Weird beard. If you haven't seen this, there is the former Metro police officer, Michael Fannon. I don't know how to spell that. Pronounce it. And a clip of him confronting the January 6th supporter, conspiracy theorist, little Nazi bitch. And you can see him wearing the Dropkick shirt, fighting Nazis in 1996. So just so you know, if you listen to Dropkick Murphys and you're a maggot, the Dropkick don't like you, okay? They've been fighting people like you since 1996, since the formation of the band in a small bar on the South Shore. But the great part, and go support their merch. This stuff is made in the USA, union made. This is what, you know, when Donald Trump was like, oh, we're gonna make America great. Buy my merch, made in China, made in Bangladesh. You know, he's bitch made. He ain't bringing no jobs here. He ain't paying no workers good wages. He ain't paying no working wages. You got tricked from the output, man. From the fucking escalator. When he was coming down that escalator, eyeing his daughter instead of his wife, and his wife was like, you fucking creep, Donald. I know you sleep with the Judy. But when he was coming down that escalator, eyeing his daughter, and he started selling you that maggot merch, and you guys ate it up like pigs in slop. Just gobble, gobble, gobble. No gag reflex, corn the long way. You guys were gobbling it all, going, he's going to make this country great. He's keeping all of his businesses overseas. That's how we make it great. You don't see the irony of wearing some shit made into different countries saying we should make this country great? He's making China great again. He's making Bangladesh great again. He's making South America great again by employing all those workers for low wages. One thing he ain't doing is making America great. Hold on, the cats want to come in. What's sick, man? The shirt? Pigs are smart. Yeah, actually, no offense to pigs. That's why I try to call them swine, because they're swine. Oh, don't you come in here talking to me like that. I'm just going to hide you. I took your voice. Go do your own live stream where you can do, we're supporting Nazis since 1996. You fucking fascist. Come on, baby cat. Come on. Come on. Hey, leave her alone. Hey, leave her alone. Dog, stop it. Leave the cat alone. All right, sorry. What's up, J66? We need that Second Amendment for this tyrannical government. 100%. Oh, by the way, so what I was saying earlier is I'm Rob, ordained Reverend John Brown's cousin, former addict, once homeless, supporter of all oppressed and marginalized people, all power to the people, labor organizer. But if you want to support the channel, you can with the super chat. If times are tough and you're trying to afford that one egg a week, you could just hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I go live sometimes multiple times a day, like today. I went live earlier, now I'm live later. Join the family, join the coalition, join the Vanguard. J666 is here, another family member. And you can also support my shop. Links in the description. You can buy me a coffee. You can support the shop. I just made this tonight. My cousin John Brown, who was a gunfighter of the gospel, helped spark the Civil War, tried to undo the wrongs and injustices of slavery in this country, which some of you white folks need to learn about. I know you're scared of books and you're trying to burn them and get all the history out of the schools. You don't have to feel bad about yourself. Talk about sensitive bitches, you know? I don't want to feel bad about generations past. I don't want to read. And you cheered on the guy who was like, we're going to burn all the books and dismantle the Department of Education. You guys were like, yeah, get rid of the learnings. We're going to make us dumb again. Woo! That's why you got tricked by Cash App Patel and Dan Ongoing Boingo, or whatever his name is, Dan Vagina, when they were like, we got to get the Epstein files, Bill Clinton. And turns out like Bill Clinton and Ronald McFat Donald Trump were best friends. They were both sitting in a jacuzzi together, loving it up, ordering children off the menu like it was an aperitif. So yeah, you can support the channel if you like clothing. If you don't, that's okay. 3Dog420, what's up, man? Good to see you. Been a while. I'm glad you made it. But yeah, I'm gonna play some audio from this hearing. Because listen, if you're ever in a hearing that's this important, you gotta get yourself on the record. And here's how I would do it. This is what Michael Fanone, wearing the Dropkicks shirt. This is what he did. I'm gonna play some audio for you. You're gonna hear some stupid fucking Republican moron who should have his head in the sand like a goddamn ostrich say some stuff, and then you're gonna hear Michael cough, and when he coughs, he makes it known what he thinks. It's amazing. This is like this is shit that me and my friends used to do when we were in high school. Except one of my friends, Chester Copperpot, aka I'm not gonna say your real name, but old Chester. You know what you did in Miss Markey's science lab. We would go, fuck off. And he would go, fuck off. And he got kicked the fuck out of class because he couldn't do it nonchalantly. Oh, God bless him. I love you, man. I was trying to look you up. I know your hidden names. I know your aliases. Reach out to a brother. Come on, man. I ain't talked to you in years. I miss you. You're funny as hell. Oh, God. And he was nuts, too. He was so nuts. And he just got kicked right. She was like, go to the office. And he's like, God damn it. Everybody was dying, man. Because we were like, man, you gave up the game being that obvious. This is funny, man. But this was like, I don't know, 96? Jesus Christ, I'm old. Holy shit. Let's play some audio from this hearing. The J6 clash.
I would like to quickly address the police officers of January 6th.
Listen to this nerd. You should shut up. You should shut the up. I would like to quickly project the police officer. What are you going to say? Let's listen to this in full. He's going to dog these cops. Ready?
I would like to quickly address the police officers of January 6th. Mr. Don, Mr. Fanone, Mr. Gonal, Mr. Hodges. I'm a member of the new select committee to actually examine what happened that day. And I can tell you, gentlemen, that the fault does not lie with Donald Trump. It lies with Yogananda Pittman and the U.S. Capitol leadership team. We know they had the intelligence.
Did you hear him? He goes, go fuck yourself. Because, of course, these bootlickers, no one can cross Donald Trump. You know, they can't have any different opinion. And all they have to do is protect their emperor with no clothes. Like, that's MAGA's whole thing. That's why you see him in my chats just going, oh, another liberal crying. Oh, a libtard. Oh, a libtard. They don't address anything because they can't. They have to wait for the orders. They have to just follow orders, fall in line. They can't think for themselves. So that's why you hear this Republican being like, of course it wasn't Donald Trump. He's like Jesus. I wear him on a cross around my neck with a Big Mac in his mouth. Like, these people can't think for themselves. A bunch of mush swine brains. And this Michael Fanone guy goes, go fuck yourself. And I'm like, I want to go to a hearing. I would like to say go fuck yourself to senators. Can we do that? Can we fund me a bus ticket to go down and sit in these hearings and just say go fuck yourself until they kick me out? And then I get to be on C-SPAN or what is it called? C-SPAN. And then I'd be like, yo, go watch C-SPAN. I tell this senator to fuck right off. Just like in 8th grade. Remember science lab? Guys, it paid off. Finally, school paid off. I know nothing about math, but man, could I cough and tell somebody to fuck off. Let's play it again.
No, we know they had the intelligence. Yeah. And there was...
It goes, go fuck yourself. I like how he coughed, paused, told him, and now ready? Somebody's like banging the gap. They're like, excuse me, it's this man on the floor.
Going to be a high propensity for violence that day. Claim my time, yeah.
You will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas.
All he did was cough. He didn't take any time from him. Cool your shorts, pal.
We've had some disruptions already. We don't need that. Let the gentleman may continue.
We know the Capitol leadership team.
I'm not even going to play any more of that guy because he's just going to defend Donald Trump. That's all they do. That's all they do. That's all you do, Eric. I'm going to be making you quiet, pal, because I'm just tired. I get it, MAGA. You can't say anything else. All you could say is Trump best, you bad. It's like the goddamn Planet of the Apes in my chat sometimes. They're like, Trump, good. You bad. You guys are fucking ape brain knuckle draggers. Good God. And the saddest part is like some of you think you're tough and you're not. Very sensitive. I say Donald Trump is Captain McQueef, and all of a sudden in my comments, he's the greatest. How dare you? I love Trump. Oh, Trump 28. It's like, calm down. I know I triggered you. I still got to get my mug that says fascist tears. Did I make one of those in the shop? I forget. Don't forget, I do have a t-shirt shop. If you want to support the channel, you just hit subscribe. You can hit the notification bell. You can get some merch. Gunfighters of the Gospel. On the back of my shirt, it says John Brown Gun Club. Officially licensed from his blood relative. That's right. He is there, Jim Jones. Who said that? True Blue? 4069. Good numbers. Good numbers. MAGA. Less than a human. They're rats. They're swine rats. Little swine rats. You know? They just have no fucking inkling of anything. They're like, the leftist socialists want us to have health care from our own tax money? Crazy, crazy. Let's send that money to ICE, which is going to eventually trample our own rights. Ignorance is bliss. It's not even ignorance, it's stupidity. It's blatant stupidity. This is decades of the American education system being corroded and rotted away. Like I said the other night on my live stream, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, join me every single weekday, sometimes weekends, sometimes twice a day. What I'm really trying to set up here, real quick, and then I'll tell you what I said the other night, is I'm trying to set up like a coalition of YouTube live streamers that are leftists, socialists, and believe in the American Constitution. Unlike you, MAGA, we know you trample on it every day with your ICE friends, with your popsicle stick Proud Boys who are trampling right over the Fourth Amendment, illegal search and seizures. That's why when the Redcoats were busting in our door, we had to write that shit, because we were like, nah, no more kicking in the door, waving in the 4-4, saying, Papa, don't hit me no more. No, thank you. But what I said the other night is, imagine if instead of, because when MAGA says make America great, I go, what is great about trampling over the Constitution? Having to worship an orange 80-year-old turd who poops his pants. That is not greatness to me. Where do you live that greatness is worshiping a Democrat, Nepo baby, got all his money from his dad, Fred Trump, coastal elite? Like, you're worshiping a coastal elite from New York who moved to the other coast, the southern coast. He's a coastal elite that lives in a country club. Remember when you guys were like against the coastal elites? You worship coastal. I would never do that. God. Oh my God. What an embarrassment. And you have like t-shirts of his. It's like, okay, make him richer. Weird. They're like, we're going to make our rich guy richer, and that's how we're going to drain the rich people from the rich areas. It might not work, but you know what? Let's just go all in on it. But imagine if instead of defunding education, right, and we made America smart again, or think again, or critical think, or just fucking common sense again, and we had just funded it, right, and we restructured it. We taught people the Constitution in kindergarten. We had you memorize the Declaration. Who cares about saluting a fucking flag? Who gives a shit about that? You should know your rights. I think you should know your rights before the Pledge of Allegiance, you fucking nerds. And if you think it's about saying one God, under the flag, it's like you are a moron, because they're going to steal all your rights and just having you pledge an allegiance to some orange turd like you are. But imagine if we taught kindergartners that the Fourth Amendment means they can't kick in your door, waving the 4-4, and say, Papa, don't hit me no more, without a judge warrant. Well, ICE has totally eroded that, so we don't have that anymore. If they want to kick in your door, I know you're looking at your skin going, nope, not me. They will. They will once they need to meet the new quotas. But it's okay. The American leftists, the radical woke socialists, we're here to defend your rights. You cowards. You bunch of fucking cowards. You two-way bitches. Sorry. Something in my throat. Something in my throat. Go fuck yourself. Imagine if instead of defunding education and we made people aware of your rights and we made people critically think and we made people understand what fascism is, what authoritarian is, what checks and balances are, what the rule of law is, you know, basic shit. And instead we defunded the cops the whole time. So in the year of our Lord 2026, you know, at the beginning of next school year, instead of teachers going, I need pencils, could you please buy them from Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, where he could just donate all the pencils to the school and still shoot his ass to Mars, you know? Imagine if instead of that, every new financial quarter, the cops were going, please, I only got 6 bullets left. Please buy me some bullets on Amazon. Like, that's the world I want to live in, because guess what? If the cops have limited ammo and they don't think they have infinite resources, they're going to not be firing as much. Let's just be honest. They're not going to be trigger happy. You know, if you know, damn, I shot most, I used most of my stuff up this week. I'm going to have to go beg on GoFundMe and Amazon my wish list for more. You know, these people are going to think twice between wasting it and having to beg the public for more. And I think that's a great America. If we have the cops begging for, you know, body armor and stuff, and tanks and fully militarized vehicles and weapons of war that they disperse on crowds. Imagine if your local cop was going on Facebook going, guys, the protest was pretty gnarly today. I used the quarter left of my bear spray can. Please help my Amazon wish list, right? And then the teachers are like, God damn, we're raising the smartest kids ever. We're so well funded. Every kid gets a teacher. Imagine that world. You know, we wouldn't have MAGA, that's certain. That's for damn sure. As soon as MAGA reads the Bill of Rights, they're going to be like, oh shit, Donald doesn't respect this at all. But those morons just focus on the tread on me and the 2A while they hide in their fucking bunkers. Losers. Poor people cheering for billionaires is like vegans eating meat. What's up, Sassy Mo? Good to see you. Caleb's back. What's up, man? Selling shirts to people you hate. I don't hate anybody. I strongly dislike fascists, and Jesus tells me that none of them should, you know, exist. He says anybody that makes a child stumble is better off tying a heavy millstone around their neck and walking into the sea. I don't know. I just follow Jesus. And Jesus wants fascists to tie a millstone around their neck and walk into the sea. I don't hate them. Jesus tells me to love everybody, including my enemies and my neighbors, unselfishly, as a matter of fact. I'm just here to say, like, you know, God gave me some inalienable rights or some bullshit, so I got to defend him. You know, Jesus was a defender of himself, okay? But yeah, go ahead. Hate me, buy my shirt. I don't give a shit. What I really want is the comrades, the people who treasure. You don't even have to be a comrade. You don't have to believe in Jesus. This is a great thing. Witches, bitches, all my marginalized communities, a few Karens, white folk, black folk, yellow folk, brown folk. I don't give a rip. If you are sick of the tyrannical forces at work, the billionaires bragging in your face. Hold on. Let's just put it like this. If you're sick of the system that steals children and believe it must be dismantled, not reformed, dismantled, hit subscribe. I think that's simply said. We're going to get into some... Here it is. Look at this. Amazon's planning to cut up to 16,000 jobs starting next week. The company is valued at $2.5 trillion and made $60 billion in profit in the first 9 months of the year. Jeff Bezos' super yacht has its own mini yacht. He spent $75 million on a mini yacht to match his $500 million super yacht. He can afford to pay his employees, okay? Don't bootlick for him. Here's another one that kidnapped. And the crazy thing is, like, this is like, you know, kind of on brand for Trump. Just now he's sending the Proud Boys to kidnap kids. But we all know him and Epstein were kind of doing this like decades ago, you know. Sasha Riley, pageants, neighbors, you know. Did you guys see this? Horrific. These people are horrific. Monsters. Monsters. And that's why we appreciate people like the Dropkick Murphys. Standing up. Actual punk. Actual rebellion. Actual made in America clothing. Unlike your MAGA stuff. Okay. I want to show you some of these things. Number one, support status quo news. There's no one else here reporting this. So this is why I was saying the lamestream media, Joe Rogan, they ain't your friend. They ain't your friend. Joe Rogan is the lamestream media now. I hate to tell you that. He's backed by Peter Thiel's Spotify. He has Peter Thiel and all his friends on. He has like CIA agents on. He is the most compromised person on the internet. And he's like a moron. You know, like he's wicked dumb. But there are good people out here doing the work, like this reporter, JT. I was watching Status Quo earlier. I love Status Quo. Please go support them. They are here on YouTube. They say it's just us. No CNN, no MS Now, no Fox News, none of these corporate outlets. It's just Status Quo and Midas Touch. Minneapolis, minus 20 degrees, 38 with the wind chill. Oh, goddamn. Hold on, we'll get to that. We already got to that. I want to show you some of these pictures. First of all, all right. Second of all, national media really should be covering the fact that every major school, museum, and art institute in the Twin Cities, 100 local businesses are closed down for the protest. Nothing like that at this scale in America is happening anywhere, anytime in living memory. This is a moment. Look to Minnesota. The revolution has begun, folks. And it was televised. Well, it wasn't really televised because the lamestream media won't cover it. Larry Ellison and Barry Weiss want you to think nothing happened. It was all George Soros out there. It was a bunch of AI George Soros clones. Remember that Tupac clone at Coachella? That's what they're going to tell you. They're going to be like, it was just George Soros clones. All the same sign. They had the same hat. And they want you to believe that. Don't. Hassan, I watched some of his live stream today, checking in with him. And I don't know who this lady is. I just love puzzles, but I like her take, and I wanted to share this with you. Hassan is in Minnesota right now, literally freezing while marching with the people. I know a lot of you disappointed in me, but you have to look at the big picture. I'm hoping as long as folk aren't trying to physically hurt you or yours, you can set aside your differences for now and unify in this fight. Look, you may not like everyone on the team, but you got to know it's going to take all of us. Unity in the community. I don't want you yelling at me. What? Don't yell at me. Okay? I heard you. So unity in the community is the new motto. And now look at these photos. New York City stands with Minnesota. General strike. Look at all the people. Look at that. And the line was going down here. This was a video. I just took a screenshot to show you guys. Absolutely incredible. Out in negative degree weather, solidarity, unity in the community. And this is what it's going to take. Okay? Some of you are going to be like, well, I'm not a socialist because you don't know what it means. Because if you work every day, you should believe you have the power. And that's what socialism is. Workers have the power. They create the wealth. All power to the working class. But you can be like, oh, I'm not that extreme. I don't want to have healthcare paid for my taxes or whatever your beliefs are. I think billionaires should pay for our healthcare. I don't think you should have a job to have healthcare. I don't think you should work 5 days a week. I don't think you should work 40 hours a week. Nobody thinks you should. Even the robber barons 100 years ago, they thought we would be working 15 hours a week by now. Read a book. They thought the technology would be so grand, fucking people wouldn't even have to work. And the technology is so grand, but somehow we let like morons like Elon Musk tell us like, oh yeah, everybody's gonna have a robot in the home for $40,000. It's like, buddy, people were just worried about the price of egg. No one's buying your R2 Queer 2 or whatever you're calling it. But I'm telling you, man, this unity in the community is the way to go forward. You could say I'm too extreme. You could say he's not funny. You can say whatever you want because we kind of still have free speech. But it's going to take a good portion of the working class, minus MAGA, because, you know, they're idiots. And we're going to have to look beyond like the little stuff and just come together. So I thought that tweet was very important. Did you guys see this? The Matt Gaetz report. Oh, I'll let you read it. I don't think I could read this on YouTube. Just hit pause and read it, or Google the congressional report on Matt Gaetz. Turns out everything we thought about him was true. What are you doing? My cat is so weird. She has the tissue box holder and she's trying to get in it and meowing at it. That is not a hat. It would be a funny hat though, I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be it would be. You want me to open it up so you can get in there? Hold on. Here. All right. Fly larvae shouldn't have rights. Oh, no way. HB 2321 requires new 3D printers sold or transferred in the state to include blocking technologies, e.g. detection algorithms that reliably prevent printing firearms or illegal parts, even bypass. Yo, anybody got an old 3D printer for sale? You'll buy your 3D printers used, folks. And veto HB 2321, aka the Luigi Law. I'm guessing that's what they're calling it. The Luigi. They enacted that real quick. They were like, "Oh shit, Luigi did what? Oh, we gotta write a law about that." It's funny how they'll totally go after, you know, they'll do any kind of gun restriction when it involves the Black Panthers or Luigi. I have two old 3D print. Jess, you're my homie. Jess, you're my homie. Keep them in good work order. We will crowdfund to keep those bitches going. Oh yeah. Love you. These dipshits are trying to make possession of an old 3D printer a felony. Oh, that makes me want to stock up on them. Billionaires do love socialism. They love redistributing their taxes to their companies so they don't so they could just accumulate more wealth and not pay you. It's very true, Ryan. I'm not even gonna read this person. You're just gonna be quiet for 24 hours because you're a moron. Thanks for the update, Adam. But still, no one here is advocating to keep criminals in America. Only treat people with dignity. I want to agree with that, but you know, the human side of me says it's always healthy to punch a Nazi. MAGA got played hardcore. What's up, BCJ? Good to see you. I bought a new one last year. I want to fix my old one now. Everybody fix your old 3D printers. I don't have one, but goddamn, I wish I had an old one. Okay, so everybody read the Matt Gaetz report. Just do it. I don't want to talk about it right now. He's a pervert. We already knew it. We already knew. Look at this. This is amazing. Minnesota's at -16. The streets are still packed. Businesses shut down. Skyways open. Thousands marching anyways. Trump thought fear would work. Minnesota chose defiance. Dissident. Oh, does Bunkbed Coffin do a dissident song? Hold on. Bunkbed Coffin. Let's see if he's done dissident. Whoops. No, yeah, no. Oh, Bunky, I'm gonna have to write you. Bunky, you gotta do dissident, Pearl Jam. I can't play any of this stuff. Okay. Jeff Bezos has a mini 75. Can you call a $75 million yacht a mini yacht? I think that's a oxymoron. To match his 500 million. Who would defend this? You know, he makes his employees pee in bottles. Who would defend this? What was this? Oh yeah, anonymous. I wanted to put this for you. The majority of the people in the U.S. need to accept that 30-40% of the population wants a dictatorship. I think that's a little high. I would say 30 below. Because we know the maggots in the Republican Party only consist of like 17% of America. And maybe even less. No. It was like 17 or 20 something percent of the Republican Party. So the Republicans way outnumber, way outnumber. I mean, the Republicans are way outnumbered by the Democrats, independents, all that. So it's much less. But they say of the population want a dictatorship, want fascism. As long as it's in the right people, as long as the right people in their minds are being oppressed, punished, murdered, disappeared, tortured. They don't care what laws are broken. They don't give a rip about the Constitution. They don't even care about the economy, which is baffling. They have racist fantasies that are being played out or diluted, somehow be insiders in all this. Facts don't matter. Corruption don't matter. Hypocrisy don't matter. They call themselves Christians, but everything in their actions and hearts is the opposite of the teachings of the person they pretend to worship. Stop trying to convince them with logic. They have to come to it on their own, and regardless, they need to be stopped. Keep fighting for the rights of all. Keep your minds and hearts strong. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you. Come here, kitty. What's going on? I hate to break it to you. That election was rigged. Donald Trump didn't win. You silly rabbit. Remember when in 2020 you guys were like, the election's rigged? Well, guess what? 2024 it still was. Donald didn't win. You're going to find out at some point. And then you can reference this video and come back here and be like, damn, he was right again. There's a problem with being a leftist. You're right way too soon. And people think you're nuts. Yeah, thank you. Don't spam the chat. If you do, my mods will boot you out of here. I love how MAGA's like, no. 4 years ago, worst election ever. This one, most fair in history. Like, what are you talking about? Jesus, it's just like the Epstein files. They're like, we want him released. Oh, get over it. Why didn't Biden release him? Like, you guys make no sense. Like, you're a living contradiction. If you ever want to see a living contradiction, just go ask MAGA about the Epstein files, about elections, about Donald Trump. Oh my God. Doesn't affect her. That's right. That's my homie. That's my homie. Okay, stop asking me. Sasha Riley. That's what Trump did in the Epstein files. Whole bunch of horrible stuff. Go Google Sasha Riley right now. Okay? There you go. Do I believe that democratic socialism is the future? I would like it to be Sharia socialism, where we just seize all the billionaires' assets and redistribute it to the people who created that wealth. But I guess if we got to go tepid and just put our toes in the water, yeah, we could do democratically socialism. I'd rather do woke Sharia and just fucking give people healthcare, take all Elon's money, like he took it from us. But yeah, if you want to do democratic, just look to Mamdani in New York. He's already providing free childcare, public restrooms, free buses. He's doing a lot of stuff, and it's only been, what, 2 or 3 weeks? Hold on. No. Here, you gotta go somewhere. Go. Really? I mean, like, look it up. This is just proof that politicians can do stuff. Like, they can. They just choose not to, or they're very fashy like Trump, and they just do things that will hurt you. Yeah, Mamdani is amazing. He's so amazing. And he just went poof like that. He just blew up every Democrat, Republicans thing of like, oh, it takes a little while. We got to work on it. It's like, no. Donald Trump proved that He can write an executive memo and make people believe it's law, which it's not. And Mamdani proved you could do the opposite. You could people, you could use their taxes to benefit society, the community, and not just billionaires. So we're living in a world where like they're showing you, pay attention. Zoran and Bernie need to run together. Listen, 66 Callisto. If you're new here, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I've been saying we need more of a tribunal presidency where we have 3 people, right? So you can like Rochambeau for shit. And I was saying something like along your lines. I think I was saying Graham Plattner, but Mamdani with Bernie, and then you add in somebody else. I think AOC is good. You need a woman in there too, right? Because a woman's going to keep them men in check. So I'm all for a 3-way presidency where you have the checks and balances within the seat. I just think that's the future. You know what I mean? And then they can override Congress and just be like, we're giving people health care. Because I've always said, if you vote all blue, you're not getting universal health care. It's just not happening. And that's why we need to find candidates that are socialists, you know, that believe that that money should not be feeding the billionaires' greed and should be working for the people because it's our money. Billionaires hardly pay any taxes. They hide shit and have a lower tax rate than you and I. So, you know. UK classifies pepper spray as a firearm. Listen, when I first moved back to Massachusetts, after living in California, Massachusetts had classified pepper spray as a firearm too. Because I went to the store, I was like, give me a bunch of them pepper sprays. I was like, I got old daughters, give me as many pepper sprays as you can. And they were like, where's your gun license? And I was like, you're kidding, right? Like I would buy them at the gas station in California. I was like, this is a joke, right? And they were like, no. And I didn't get any. I bought slingshots. And Couboutons. If you don't know about those, legal to carry. The guy at Fenway was like, I know what that is. And I was like, so do I. What's your point? So I'm gonna let you have that in here. I was like, it's a legal thing, man. It's just a big metal stick. Piss off. And he had to let me in. I had to throw my knife in the garbage though. That was a good. I like that knife. I don't want to throw that one away. But proud liberal. Listen, we all gotta unify. I have my issues with liberals, but as a leftist, you know, come on over. We gotta unify. I visit Mass. Pepper spray illegal? I think so. Remember, I moved back here a long time ago, so I think they've declassified it since. But it was when I first moved back because I tried getting a bunch of them. Universal healthcare actually saves people money. That's true. It is about healthcare. That's right. That's right. We'll get into the dirty details later. Once we get the healthcare, 3-day work week, have the robots working for us, 5 years paid parental leave for everybody, guaranteed 1 month vacation, guaranteed at least 1 month of sick time, guaranteed maybe another month vacation. We'll just call it the fucking billionaire holiday where we all act like billionaires and go on vacation for 1 month and maybe they and their robots can work for us. I mean, we got a lot of work to do. We do. We have our work cut out for us. Only one democracy. I hesitate to call us a democracy, but only one country without universal health care. That's us. That's us. Pink Fur's here. What's up, Pink Fur? Good to see you. Yeah, mayor's not scared of Trump there. Worst unemployment. We're in a major recession right now. The news isn't talking about it because they're grifting with Trump. It's like we're in a major recession right now. Major. If you just go out and talk to people, you'll understand. What else did I want to do? DM me, I'll ship you some pepper spray. Oh, Jess, you made me laugh. Oh my God, that's so funny. We'll connect. There's a Discord. We'll connect. Trump supporters deflect all their time. That's their whole ego, is deflection. They're like, that book says what? No, burn it. That's the whole thing. But please stop asking where I live. Fucking Christ, dude. How about this? Next time, come back tomorrow, 24 hours. I muted you. You just give me your address. Is that what you want to do? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Jesus. I know. J666. No, that's what I was saying. I said, we'll talk in the Discord. I was letting other people know too. God, why is this guy obsessed with hating the working class? John, your parents raised you wrong. I know they didn't tell you that, or maybe they didn't care enough, but your parents raised you wrong. Stop hating on the working class, unless you're some Russian foreign actor, you know. Then I understand. You got to get your quota in so Putin will pay you your rubles and you can get one slice of bread. All right, I get it. Hey, what's up, Zen Ali? Good to see you. Yeah, that's right. Israel does have universal health care paid for by us, our tax money. I think they had sent Kyle Kalinske of Secular Talks posted something saying that they had gotten $365 billion from us last year. And he said, I want every penny back plus interest. And I went, that's my man. That's my man. Yeah, it's definitely getting bad in the U.S. I usually only get 200 to 300 apps to my Canadian company from the U.S. Either come to work here or be a U.S. representative. It's been almost 1,000 so far, 2026. So, oh, I didn't know you were in Canada, Caleb. Yo, can you get me a job in Canada? I heard you got that delicious health care where you just got to wait in a long line. You don't have to lose your house. Oh, here, before I get lost in the comments again. So in 1 month, more Americans have applied to work for my Canadian company than in a whole year. Well, I'll tell you what, the other weird thing, Caleb, is I go, like, when I'm reading Reddit or shit, I now see ads about immigrating from the US to other countries. And it's like random ass countries, not even Canada. It's like the most random countries where they're like, hey, you have little fascism? You come here. Easy, no problem. And I'm like, I've never seen these in my life. This is insane. But you know what the crazy thing is today, like, if I go outside, people just talk to me. I don't know what it is. And I love people. I love hearing their stories. And this old lady today was asking me for help with something. So I was like, of course. And I always tell people, I was like, community matters, you know? It takes a village. We used to say that shit. Now, old people that I've spoken with, they all believe it. And then they started opening up to me. And this lady was telling me that she had breast cancer. And chemo almost killed her. And then she went into spending the day with her grandchild, and she was recommended restaurants and like really opening it up. You know, we were talking for a good 20 minutes. I was like, I need to get to other places, but I'm here for you. I'm in the moment. I was telling myself, just be in the moment, you know, let her. And she said, thank God we're in Massachusetts because it was over $2 million in chemotherapy to keep this woman alive. And she said the state helped pay for it. And she said, so if you're going to get, she goes, if you're going to get cancer, get it in Massachusetts. And I was like, this is a weird thing to say. You know, we laughed and I said, but that's incredible though, because I've talked to people not in Massachusetts in unfortunate circumstances where an older relative got cancer, got sick, and lost their home. And that's very American. You know, that's not something other countries deal with. Other countries that are, you know, civil, I don't know how else to put it, humane. And here in America, there are people that will lose their home to flip that $2 million cancer bill or whatever it is. And it's just shocking that, you know, and this lady actually, she went into Bernie Sanders and how she'll hate Hillary forever. And this was like an old white liberal lady, okay? And she was like, I hate Hillary forever. And I was like, amen to that, sister. I hate them both. I hate her and her husband. You know what's crazy? I used to work at Hillary Clinton's college, her alma mater. It's fucking nuts, man. I can't believe I worked there. I'll tell you that story a different day. Different day. Because there's some alleged things that happened when I worked there. And I left on my own accord. Left on my own accord. Me and my buddy. He's out in Colorado right now. But I'll share that story a different day. Anyways, this old lady was talking to me about Bernie and cancer and all that stuff. And you start to realize when you talk to people of different generations, you know, different perceptions, different narratives, different TV shows, because she kept recommending these TV shows to me. And I was like, I don't have TV, lady. I ain't watching this stuff. And she was like, you gotta look it up. I'll find the name. And I was like, don't. I have Google. I'll remember it. And I already forgot. No, one was called The Dark, I think it was. Anybody watch The Dark? I don't know. She was like, you gotta watch it. See what I mean? This is a complete stranger. Totally open up to me. Was giving me TV recommendations. Absolutely beautiful thing. I love that human connection. I really do. I don't like people so much when they're, you know, sheeple. But I love one-on-one finding out what people think and feel and what matters to them. It's beautiful. AI can't do that. But what really hit me was like, it didn't matter. We came from totally different little slices of the world, and we both agreed that healthcare is a human right. It's amazing. Really? That's hilarious. Caleb, I'll tell you guys a different day. I don't want to get into it because I have to think about how I phrase some things. Well, actually, how old was I? No. Yeah, I got to think about how I'm going to phrase certain things. Because remember, I had a very rebellious youth. Very rebellious youth. So I just got to be careful when I tell these stories. You know, because Mag is always fucking like, oh, I'm going to tell on you. I've had people in my chat be like, I'm telling the FBI. It's like, shut up, you fucking nerd. You snitch. Get out of here. Block that person. My local hospital wrote off my medical debt when I applied for a financial card. That's amazing. See, that's what I keep wishing. I keep wishing that Anonymous and the White Hat hackers, that they would like hack into, I don't own a home, okay? Just so you know. I'm not 50 years old. You know, everybody's like, I can't wait till I turn 50. Maybe I can own a home. Jesus, America. But I still think it would be amazing if the hackers, the white hat hackers, the good guys, if they broke into all the financial records and deleted all the fucking mortgages, just deleted them, wiped them all out, set a virus, boom, they're all gone. Nobody knows what anybody owes and everybody's house is owned now. Ha! You just have the title, no mortgage, no proof, no signature. They can't prove it. You can't go to debtor's prison. You can't collect it in the court because they'd be like, where's the signature? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just wipe that virtual shit out and then go after the medical debt and then go after the high interest credit cards and then go after student loans. Do it, white hackers. Please, Angelina Jolie. Please, hackers. Please, crash and burn. You know? Or at least when I watched that movie in the 90s with Angelina Jolie, I was like, this is going to be great one day. When the whole world is virtual and the hackers can just wipe stuff out for the people, you know? That's the plot line of Mr. Robot Season 1. I've never seen that show. Is that good? Again, I don't watch much TV. Wipe the virtual out. It's digitally hard-coded? Oh. Well, we're going to have to break that hard code, allegedly. There's got to be some good hackers out there, you know? And whoever said, like, yeah, they're keeping records, I'm sure they are. They sell debt so often, they're not keeping fucking files of stuff. Are you high? Are you high? Have you ever seen a data center? They don't keep hard copies of anything anymore. You're kidding me, right? Like, come on. They're not keeping hard copies of that stuff. And by the way, just so you know, if they do come out, if anybody comes after you for debt, they have to prove that you signed for that debt. So if you don't answer the phone for debt collectors, that's what I'm saying. Or fuck with them. That's what I like to do. I pick up and I go, hello. And they say, is this so-and-so? And I go, no, this is secretary. Can I take a message? And they go, this is him? And I go, no, this is secretary. Who's this calling for? And just waste their time because they have to make money, you know? They're a bunch of punks anyways. Ooh, hold on. Look up South Korea data center accident. I will. We were doing backups from room A to room B. That shit all burned down. Well, that's the other thing. If they do have the hard copies, I'm just saying, look to South Korea, folks. Thanks for the info. I'm gonna look that up. I love little tidbits like that. Lefterist, cool name. All right, guys. It is late, but I just want to show you those photos of Minneapolis. I wanted to inspire you. Plus, I love seeing you guys. Caleb, J666, Adam. Hope you guys hit subscribe, and then the notification bell, because maybe we'll go live tomorrow. Okay, guys. Much love. Be safe tonight. And remember, unity is community. That's what we need going forward. Peace.